Uses of baking soda. First usage, it is used as an antacid in medicine to remove acidity of the stomach. So as I mentioned, it is alkaline in nature. Being alkaline, it has capacity to neutralize the acid. So while we are adding or while we are taking in antacids or while we are taking baking soda, it neutralizes the excess acid present in the stomach and release indigestion. That's why we are taking in antacid which containing baking soda. Second use is it is used in making baking powder. All of you know that for making cakes and bread we used to put baking powder. That means baking soda and baking powder are two different substances. No, it's not same. Baking soda means it is sodium hydrogen carbonate, but baking powder is a mixture of baking soda and a mild edible tartaric acid. Baking soda കൂടെ edible ആസിഡുകളായ ടാറ്റാറിക് ആസിഡ് ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ വേറെ ആസിഡുകളുണ്ട്, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള മൈൽഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആസിഡുകൾ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ കിട്ടുന്ന substance ആണ് baking powder. Okay, so when baking powder soda is mixes with water, then sodium hydrogen carbonate reacts with the tartaric acid to remove carbon dioxide gas. So what is the actual action of this baking powder in making cakes and bread? So while we are adding baking baking powder into the dough, that means mavla. So when baking powder mixes with the water, what happened? The sodium hydrogen carbonate that present in the baking powder reacts with the tartaric acid. We know that acid contains H plus ion. It will react with the sodium hydrogen carbonate and releases carbon dioxide. Large amount of carbon dioxide is evolved. So what happened? The carbon dioxide gas produced makes or gets trapped in wet duff. നനഞ്ഞ മാവിൽ ഇത് ട്രാപ്പ് ചെയ്യും and bubbles out slowly, making the cake to rise. അങ്ങനെ പതിയെ പൊങ്ങാൻ സഹായിക്കും, മാവിനെ പൊങ്ങാൻ സഹായിക്കും. Thus it becomes soft and spongy. Okay, so if baking powder is not added in the preparation of cake, what happens? Then the cake obtained will be hard and quite small in size. So that's why people used to add baking powder for making cakes, bread, even in our daily food. For making appam and all, we are adding baking powder in order to make the dough soft and spongy. Okay, so what happens? This carbon dioxide produced makes bread or cake rise, thereby making them soft and spongy. So this is happening while we are adding baking powder in cakes and bread, making it soft and spongy. Third important use is it is used as a fire extinguisher. This baking soda is used in fire extinguisher. All of you have heard about fire extinguisher. It is a soda acid type fire extinguisher. So it is containing a solution of soda acid fire extinguisher containing sodium hydrogen carbonate and sulfate. So what is actually happening inside a soda acid fire extinguisher? Actual ആയിട്ട് നടക്കുന്ന സംഭവം എന്ന് പറയാം, sodium hydrogen carbonate is added or it is taken in a bottle and another test tube containing sulfuric acid, it is hoarded here. It will not mix it together, it will keep it separately. Okay, it is tightly closed and it have a nozzle here And what is actually here, happening here is when the knob of the fire extinguisher is pressed, okay, when the knob of the fire extinguisher is pressed, the sulfuric acid mixes with the sodium hydrogen carbonate. So if we are shaking this bottle while any accident comes, if we are shaking this bottle, both the substances will mix together. The sulfuric acid mixes with the sodium hydrogen carbonate solution and produces, we know that while they are mixed together, large amount of carbon dioxide gas is produced. The pressure of this carbon dioxide gas forces a stream of liquid to fall on the burning substances through this nozzle. So under the pressure of this carbon dioxide gas forces a stream of liquid to fall on the burning substances. The carbon dioxide gas coming out along with the liquid forms a blanket around the burning substance and cuts off the supply of air to the burning substance or burning substance. അപ്പോൾ കത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സ്ഥലത്ത് നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ ഷേക്ക് ചെയ്ത് ഫയർ എക്സ്റ്റിങ്ക്യൂഷറെ പ്രസ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഉള്ളിലുള്ള കാർബൺ ഡൈ ഓക്സൈഡ് ഗ്യാസ് പ്രഷറോടുകൂടി വെളിയിൽ വരുമ്പോൾ ലിക്വിഡ് ഫോമിലാണ് വരുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, സോ അണ്ടർ പ്രഷർ വെൻ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കംസ് ഔട്ട്, the gas when it is reduced, the pressure when it is reduced, while it is comes out, it becomes liquid. So while we are pressing, what happens, the liquid form of carbon dioxide comes out and forms a blanket, ഒരു പുതപ്പ് പോലെ ബേണിംഗ് സബ്സ്റ്റൻസിൻ്റെ പുറത്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ ഫോം ചെയ്യും. അപ്പോഴെന്ത് ചെയ്യും, ഇറ്റ് കട്ട്സ് ഓഫ് ദ എയർ സപ്ലൈ. വി നോ ദാറ്റ് not to burn something, it needs what, the oxygen content. So when it cuts off the supply of air, the process of burning stops and fire gets extinguished. This is actually happen in the soda acid fire extinguisher. The stream of liquid falling on the burning substance also helps in putting off the fire by cooling and the burning substance below its ignition temperature. So what is added in this bottle? The sodium hydrogen carbonate and sulfuric acid in a separate section or separate bottles, and while when the accidents occurs, we will tilt this bottle so that it will mixes together. While they mixes together, what happen, it will react together and forms large amount of carbon dioxide. The pressure of this carbon dioxide gas forces a stream of liquid through these narrow nozzles. Okay, it forms a blanket around the burning substance and cuts off the supply of air to the burning substances. Thus, the supply of air is cut off, the process of burning stops and fire gets extinguished. So this is the very important uses of baking soda. So we have studied two important substances, washing soda and baking soda, its preparation, properties and uses. So by heart these two today itself, the chemical formula, common name, uses, preparation, properties. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.